You're listening to Riley the Red Pill on Rough Rider Radio.
She's motivated, innovative, inspirational, with real life understanding and real talk with real situations. It's Riley, the Red Pill Talk Show. Let's go.
Good afternoon, family. This is Riley the Red Pill, and today I can't be polite. I'm sorry. I'm not easing into this at all. I'm actually going to kick the damn door down because right here in my hometown, in the DMV area, our daughters and our women are vanishing. And the silence, oh, it is so deafening. It's deadly, and it's totally unacceptable. Now, let me say this before we even move further. Although today I'm speaking on our daughters and our women, I do not want for us to forget our young men and our men who are missing too. Their stories matter. Their families are waiting as well, and they deserve to be lifted up. My platform, Riley the Red Pill, stands for all of us. But today, the urgency is on our daughters and women. Because I'm finding too many are slipping through the cracks. And today, you guys, I'm coming from my soul. I am not just your host. I'm coming to you as a mother, a grandmother, a protector. I mean, I'm furious. Hell, I'm mad. I'm furious. I'm upset that families are waiting. That the system acts like this is business as usual. And yes, I'm furious and I'm determined. So this show right here, I'm going to be giving a lot of information, sharing a lot of things, and getting a lot of frustration out. So just go with me through the mode, through this hour of power, as we expound on what's not talked about. Things that can be done and things we should do. In the recent unfortunate death of Dakara Thompson, who was 19, from the PG County area, I can only imagine her family in the suspense between hope and heartbreak during the time that this investigation took place. So I send my condolences out, first and foremost, to her and her family. But it's not only her. There's several other women. And I'm talking various age groups. We're talking about our young girls, 9 through 17. And then our women, 19 through 40. And sometimes in our 50s are missing throughout the nation. And their cases, unfortunately, aren't trending. They're barely even whispered. Families at home are sitting together begging for updates, staring at photos taped to refrigerators, on dressers, having family come around that you haven't seen in so long. Wondering if that next knock at the door is closure or collapse. In Washington, D.C. alone, nearly 1,500 missing person reports this year. 958 of them were children. You guys, that's almost 1,000 missing children already in 2025. And we're what, 9 months in? And it averages more than 5 critical missing persons cases a day. Every day, another mother, another father waits by a silent phone. In Virginia, almost 100 children reported missing every single week. That's 100 children missing every single week. That's 4 classrooms worth of kids gone. Now, some come home, yes, but the trauma still lingers. Because recovery is not rescue. And in Maryland, multiple women missing across PG County alone. But you got to ask yourself, why don't we know all their names? Why aren't their faces everywhere? And why do our families have to beg to be heard? You see, that silence, that's what kills me. When a woman, or girl disappears, it's not just her family that collapses. It's the whole community that fractures. Realizing it's not just one chair empty at the dinner table, it's an entire generation's voice silenced. That missing girl might have been our future nurse, the teacher who was going to pour back into the neighborhood, or the entrepreneur ready to break generational curses. Or how about, in fact, being the leader who would have stood at rallies demanding justice, just as I'm asking here for us. But instead, her story gets cut short. And predators, they thrive in the silence. Think about it. Silence is not neutral. Silence is actually the stage predators perform on. You see, silence is in the shadow they hide in. Silence is in the blanket that lets them move unnoticed. Silence is a green light, because silence tells them nobody's coming for her. Nobody's looking and nobody's watching. And that silence, that's on us if we keep quiet. Every time we fail to speak, and every time we shrug, and every time we look away, we're laying the bricks on the paved roads for predators to travel. I need y'all to understand. Silence is participation. If we don't raise our voices, if we don't spread the word, if we don't stand with these families, we're helping those predators. You may not have intended it, but your quiet is your permission slip, because we can't afford that to be our response anymore. We can't afford to let our quietness be the soundtrack to their violence. We can't allow them to think that we don't care about our women and our children. So let me talk directly to mothers, fathers, brothers, aunties, uncles, grandmothers, wives, and husbands. Because this just isn't about anybody else's child or family member. It could be yours. You see, that face on the flyer could be your daughter, your wife, your son, or your husband. That late night call could be your family member. This isn't about some random story that's on the news. This is about our blood. This is about our people. This is about our future. And this is about our community. And don't you dare say it's just a runaway or they couldn't handle their life. Because that's false. That's dismissive. That's lazy. Guys, we don't know what everybody goes through. It's so much mental health issues that's going on in our culture, in our community. There's so much suffering and silence that goes on in our culture, in our community. And because not every missing person's case is based on rebellion. Too many young women, and yes, older women too, are waiting for rescue that never comes. They're trapped, and they are counting on us to be the fight for them. See, we have to get out of this mindset that when we hear about this kind of news, it kills me that because it's at a distance, we don't think it's going to happen to us. In reality, I need y'all to stop thinking it cannot happen to me. That mindset is just how it happens. Predators bank on you thinking you're untouchable. They want you to believe your family's they want you to believe your family's safe, that this is someone else's nightmare. But no. This nightmare is one bad moment, one wrong DM, one predator away from anybody's front door. So hear me when I say this, because it's personal. Think of it as every missing daughter is your daughter. Every missing sister is your sister. And every missing woman is your woman. Because when she's gone, that community doesn't just lose her. We lose what she was meant to create, who she was meant to raise, and the lives she was meant to touch. I really need y'all to understand this deep in your spirit. When we don't show up for them, when we don't get loud for them, then we don't demand protection for them. We're not just losing individuals, guys. We're forfeiting our future. So family, don't you dare disconnect from this. And don't you dare act like this is not your business. If you breathe in this community, oh, it's your business. But you know, what hurts me the most is how people just dismiss it. Oh, she just ran away. Oh, she was doing things she wasn't supposed to. Or she was just being rebellious. Or she just couldn't cope. Or she wanted to be on her own. No, stop that narrative. Because although there are instances that these statements may in fact be true, that's not always the truth. You see, that's the cruelty dressed up as a reason. Let me remind y'all of something. And I'm coming from the streets of DC, born and raised. Back in the day, even when homes fell short, our streets stepped up. hustlers on the block, the OGs, the older folks. Oh, they watched out for our kids, baby. They knew that was Mrs. Jones' son or Mrs. Smith's great-grandson or Mrs. Young's grandson. They slide a young boy a couple of dollars so he didn't feel left out. They check on our girls to see if she was hanging with the wrong crowd. They tell our kids to go to school and don't let nobody play you. Keep your head straight. See, that was the accountability. That was community. And in those days, the predators didn't move as easily back then because the streets were talking. Oh yeah, today, that net is gone. But oh yeah, they would talk. Now the block is quiet. The hustlers are talking to the youth the same way. And when that watchful eye disappears, guess who slides in? Them damn predators. See, we need that kind of strength back. Not that same hustle, though. I'm not encouraging all of that. But we need that strength back. We need that same protection. We need that community. We need those villages. We need those big mamas. We need those father figures. We need every adult whether you're a coach or a barber, a stylist, an entertainer, a teacher, or just a neighbor on the porch. We need y'all to reclaim those roles. Because when the streets go silent, that's when them damn predators get loud. For every missing girl or woman you see posted, there are a dozen you have never heard about. Because it's funny how the media picks and chooses, because our system doesn't care enough about our black and brown lives. And that's because communities don't want to face what's ugly. And that's how predators win. Our schools, woo, y'all are too quiet. Our law enforcement, I kind of feel like y'all too slow. Social media is full of rumors, but empty on accountability. And that's leaving families begging, waiting, screaming into the void. We are feeling our most vulnerable. And every time we fail them, we lose a piece of ourselves. So family, let me make this plain to you. This silence has got to end. These women, these girls, they're not invisible. Their lives matter. Their futures matter. Their families matter. And until we scream it from the rooftops, from the valley to the mountains, predators will keep moving unchecked. So stop looking away and stop scrolling past. Because today, I want to call out this silence. Silence only empowers predators. So now you know how many are gone. Now you understand the weight. And starting now, we break the strategy. We say, Riley, how do we do that? We got to get loud. We got to get stronger. And we do that by protecting each other like our future depends on it. Because guess what? It does. So say this with me. Wherever you are, don't just listen, speak it. I am my daughter's keeper. I am my granddaughter's shield. And I am my sister's protector. And I will not for anything be silent. Because silence, that's the predator's favorite weapon. And today, we're disarming all of that. Family, let me get real, because this is how it happens. Too many of us are still clinging on this Hollywood version of thinking our daughters are only taken by some man in a van or lurking on corners. But that's not the whole truth. Believe it or not, whether you understand it or you don't, some of our daughters and women are being invited. They're being groomed and not snatched. And here is the dangerous twist. You take your child to college, for example. You smiling, you proud, you hugging them tight, you saying, you made it, baby. Yes, I'm proud of you. You're on our way. This is what you've been waiting for. We're on our road now. I'm leaving you here. But what you don't see is what lurks in those hallways. See, predators don't just wait outside campuses. They walk inside too. These people register your students. They pose as friends. They even move in the dorm rooms. They're in their classrooms. And the scariest part is they don't always look like danger. Some of the best recruiters look just like them. Young women posing as students, wearing the same hoodies, carrying the same backpacks, same slang. They smile, they laugh, they study with them, they eat with them. They call them sis. Oh yeah, they slide right into their lives with ease, and meanwhile they're scouting them out. I'm not trying to scare anybody. I don't want you to change your mind or the understanding of the path of where your child is going as far as college, but I want you to educate yourself on the possibilities of things that we don't get exposed to and the things that we put on the back side of our mind instead of putting on the forefront. You see, to them and those moments and they're experiencing this, that invitation feels safe. It feels like belonging, but what looks like friendship can be the front door to a nightmare. I had a woman that told me posing, and this is a true story, posing as a college student or older friend gives attention. That validation that they need. So they start to say things like, oh, you're so mature, you're so smart. You know, you're not like the rest of them. Starting to make that girl feel like she's special. She's chosen. And then it'd be that hook, right? She talks freedom. Why are you letting your parents control you? Why not live your life? Girl, it's mad money on these streets. You got independence now. Independence is out here. It's fun out here. It's parties. It's things we can indulge in. Don't you want to feel grown? And this is step by step. I'm going from validation to the hook. And she was laying it out to me. She was like, right, Riley, this is what actually is happening. The third step she told me about was isolation. Where they convince the girls to sneak out, stop trusting their homes, to rely on this friendship as their safe place. As they steadily chipping away at the family ties, disattaching them from their family, from the ones they're close to, from that mama that took her and brought her to college, from the daddy that paid for everything that's in her room. And then that step 4 was the switch, honey. Suddenly it's not just about hanging out. It's about making money. It's about, quote unquote, helping the team. Pleasing someone else. And what started as freedom becomes dependency, and dependency becomes now captivity. You see, this isn't just a fairy, you guys. And like I said, I'm not trying to scare y'all. Let your children go to college. You know, I just want you to prepare them. And this is why we need to prepare our girls for these things that they may encounter. They may encounter. And what's unfortunate in our society and in our communities. But it's not a theory, it's actually happening. This is the same script we've seen in trafficking cases across the country. In some situations, it's women acting as recruiters. Because here's the thing, a girl will trust another girl before she trusts a strange man. It looks harmless at first, but then it's too late. One survivor shared with me that her college big sister took her to parties that ended up being scouting grounds for traffickers. See, she thought she was safe with another woman until she realized that that quote-unquote big sister was delivering her to a nightmare. Another case, a girl met a friend on a campus who slowly introduced her to a fast lifestyle of clothes. You know that flash, honey. You think you about to meet the rappers and you get the front row seats at the games. You get the clothes, the money, the rides. By the time she realized she was being groomed, she was already dependent. She was trapped in a circle where the cost of saying no was her being beaten, was violence. She was trapped. And now this is not just on our college campuses. This is in high schools. This is on social medias and malls. It's in youth sports. Predators understand the psychology. And they know how to flip kindness into control. And by the time they mask the slips, it's almost too late. And here's what makes it worse. Our community sometimes laughs this off. We say, oh, she's just hanging with the wrong crowd. She's going to get over. She's going to grow out of that. She's just going through that phase. Family, this isn't just the wrong crowd. Focus. This is a trap designed to strip your daughter's voice, her body, and her future. Just imagine your daughter telling you she's found a big sister on campus. Now, initially, you're relieved. You're like, oh, my daughter made friends. I'm so glad for her. She's going to be moving in the right direction. This is what we want to believe, right? Because you think she's got that support. But next thing you know is that big sister has convinced her to leave home. You're not talking to your daughter. She's not picking up your calls. Y'all not communicating like you used to. She's leaving school. She's leaving safety. Only to land in a life where she's told when to wake up, when to eat, and when to sell herself. All while we're sitting silent, predators are strategizing. Oh, they don't rest. They're predators. They don't quit. They're predators. They are relentless. So we have to be louder. We have to be sharper. We have to be smarter. We got to wake up, guys. Families, this is why we can't afford to be silent. This is why parents, schools, communities, churches, gyms, everybody, y'all gotta get real. Because predators are already inside all these places that we thought were safe. And this is where we come in. Boxing gyms, trainers, fitness coaches. I put a call out to you all just the other day because you have an influence. You hold the keys to discipline, strength, and create self-defense. Don't just train champions for the ring. Why not train champions for life? Let me say this. I want y'all to look at all these other countries, for example. Like in Japan and China and even places like Albania. Y'all know, because y'all seen the movies. I know back in the day, if you haven't, you know that they start training their youth at a very young age. They teach them martial arts. They discipline them as far as self-discipline. They give body awareness, situational awareness. They ingrain protection into their culture. So by the time that child is about 10 years old, they know how to defend themselves. And they know how to move smart in the streets. And that makes them not as easy of a prey. But America, y'all lazy. Y'all get too comfortable. You act like you untouchable. You think you above everybody else. We believe that freedom is our protection. Enough. Come on now. That's what freedom from what? And that comfort. Oh my gosh, that arrogance. This is why it's easy for predators to move here. Our kids are not prepared. Our kids are moving in the same aspect of everything I just stated, from the conditioned understanding of what's led. Our women aren't trained. In our communities, they don't build self-defense into everyday life. All I am saying is that trainers, step up and change that. I know you're like, Riley, don't put this on us. Yeah, I'm going to put it, you're part of the community. Oh, yeah, I'm going to put it there. Bring that same structure, that same discipline into your gyms. Bring it into your neighborhoods. Half of y'all are trainers that used to be in the hoods that I'm talking about. Build classes for girls as young as 7, 8, 9 years of age. Boys, 7, 8, 9 years of age. Teach them not just to fight, but to see the fight coming before it touches them. Because if other nations can make defense a lifestyle, then what is stopping us? I tell you, it's nothing but complacency. Open your doors to these girls. Teach them how to recognize manipulation. Teach them how to throw a punch if someone tries to grab them. Give them the confidence to say no before they are even getting cornered. Because right now, predators are training harder than ever. And if we don't prepare our girls and our women and our boys and our husbands and our men, we handing them over. We sending them to war unarmed. Hell, it goes even down to bullies in high school. Teach them to be defensive against all aspects of these things that are going on in today's society. The truth is, and let's be clear, our system is not going to protect us. Has it protected you yet? On social media, groomers have free access to your child's inbox 24/7, for example. Your girl's inbox 24/7. Platforms respond faster to copyright complaints than they do to predators in a teen's DM. Schools, come on, y'all, the teachers tired. Teachers are younger. Teachers got a lot. 40 to, I don't even know. I don't even want to say if it's 100. I don't know. They have way too many students in their classrooms. So they're not training kids in real life defense in PE classes and extracurricular activities which could be implemented. But they're not training kids in real self-defense. Gym teaches dodgeball, not danger awareness. Universities brag about security, but how many teach students how to spot grooming? Reactive but not proactive. By the time police are called, that's when somebody's already missing. We need a system that treats grooming like an emergency. It is. We need schools to integrate self-defense and online safety into the curriculum. We need social media to be held accountable, and we need communities that don't wait for institutions to act. Because predators are not counting on that lag time, baby. That's why it has to start with us. We are the defense line. We are the prevention. And we are the first response. Family, the trap isn't always obvious. It may look like your daughter's best friend, or it may feel like it's freedom, but it ends like a prison. So I'm calling it plain. I'm saying it straight out to y'all. Protect your daughters, protect the women, protect our men, protect our sons before predators disguise themselves as friends and turn them into property. We cannot keep winning in silence. I'm sorry, we cannot keep letting them win in silence. Come on, y'all. Say this loud and be bold and be defiant. I'm not going to let my daughters be prey. I'm not going to let my sons be prey. I'm not going to let my wife be prey. I'm not going to let my husband be prey. I will prepare them and I will protect them. Because while predators are plotting, we are building resistance. If we just apply ourselves, get out of complacency, stop being lazy, stop thinking that America's freedom means that we're protected, because it's not. And come on, Black and brown community, Latino communities, all ethnicities, y'all have to realize that the best protection is within your own community. But your communities need to start working together and not against each other. Family, let's hold up a mirror, because predators aren't just slick, they're successful because we're silent. They don't thrive on their own, they thrive in our blind spots. They thrive because we get uncomfortable about talking about ugly truths, as I am. And they thrive because we treat missing women and girls like it's someone else's problem until it's ours. I'm not allowing it to come to my front door. Parents, I realize some of us are too afraid to check your kids' phones. I get it. Whatever the situation, I get it. If that's where you are, I get it. They call it, or we call it, privacy, right? But predators call it an opportunity. While we hesitate, predators are sliding into DMs, setting up meetings, grooming in plain sight. And let's be real, part of the reason these traps work is because too many of our kids are growing up raising themselves. We got young parents working 2 jobs. They're trying to hold down a household without a blueprint. And that's just because they're trying to survive. Now understand, that's not judgment, that's reality. But in the process, kids end up raising their little brothers and sisters, holding the house together on their own. And when that one DM comes through, that one that says, hey sis, you're special, to her, that feels like relief. It feels like comfort. It feels like someone cares. It feels like an opportunity. And this is how predators slip in. Schools are quick to discipline our fights, but slow to raise alarms when students disappear. Y'all schools, y'all famous for writing policies about uniforms, but you can't put equal energy into safeguarding our kids from predators? What about all these pedophile-ass janitors? Or teachers, in fact? And you know what else? Schools could be using gym classes for more than dodgeball and push-ups. How about introducing self-defense? Build awareness. Because think about it. We train the football team to defend against other team players, right? You train the basketball team to do the same. But we don't train our kids to defend themselves against predators in real life. If we could put that much energy into sports, why can't we put that into survival? And let's talk about our churches and our community centers. We pack in the pews, we shout out our amens, but when girls in the congregation go missing, the first thing y'all want to start doing is whispering instead of rallying. If the church can raise money for a building fund, it can raise awareness to keep our daughters safe. Back in the day, we had men's groups. I remember I used to go to women's groups, choir rehearsals, circles, Bible studies, community in its rawest form. That was accountability. That was support. That you knew that on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I used to go every day of the week. I don't know about y'all. That I was going to church because I was engaging in something that was supporting me. Where is that now? Too many churches have replaced community with performance. Y'all don't see safe groups for women anymore. Spaces for men to gather and hold each other accountable, teach each other, raise each other up. Men is going through stuff, suffering in silence, being able to talk. What are circles where young girls can sit and learn from older women? Women so scared to talk to our younger girls nowadays, or either y'all trying to compete too much. Now, I ain't throwing no shade. I'm just being honest. This is the stuff y'all don't want to talk about. That's a loss. And predators thrive in their spaces that we no longer feel. And oh yes, the media, we can't forget about that. Y'all go wall to wall if a blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman goes missing. But let it be a black woman from PG or a Latino girl from DC. And y'all be lucky if y'all see her name come across the ticker at the bottom of the news screen. That silence to me is systematic. That silence is violence, and it teaches predators exactly what they already know. That is, our women and our girls don't get the same urgency. And that is frustrating the hell out of me. Our pain doesn't matter to mainstream media, but it matters to us, and we cannot mirror their neglect. Predators depend on us being too embarrassed to talk about sex trafficking, and it's happening. Too scared to admit grooming exists. Too stubborn to believe it could happen to our families. That shame and disbelief, that's their favorite camouflage. And they bank on it. While we're sitting here being silent, predators are strategizing like generals. They know if a girl doesn't feel safe telling her parents, they've already won. They know if a school shrugs off absence as truancy, they've got more time. They know if the news won't cover her face, fewer people will be looking for her. Silence is their currency, and we've been paying it out for free. We are failed when law enforcement shrugs at missing black women and girls because they assume, oh, she just ran away. She just doing whatever she's doing. She rebellious. That's a dangerous assumption, and it ends up causing the cost of lives. We have failed when social media can amplify hoax about mass abductions, but cannot amplify the very real faces of women and girls who are still gone. That's distraction. That's not protection. We are failed when our communities say, that's not my business. Every missing woman and every missing girl is our business. Well, family, we can't just point at a system. We have to own our silence too. Let me ask y'all, how many times do we scroll past a missing person post and never share it? How many times do we see a young girl with an older man and stay quiet because y'all think it's not your place? Oh, she just want to be with him. She got her sugar daddy. That's the first thing y'all think about in that saying. How many times do we ignore the signs in our own households because we don't want to see the face of truth? Love without action is empty. Telling someone, I'll pray for you while they drown is not love. That's neglect. Love means throwing a rope, guys. It means pulling someone in. It means jumping in. It means pulling them out of it, even if it risks you getting yourself wet. So let me be clear when I say this. We can't sit back and wait on a government to save us. We can't wait on our schools to wake up or media to care, because we are the system. We are the protection. We are the defense line. And that means checking on your neighbor's kids. That means organizing safe meetup spots. That means teaching your daughters and sons how to spot grooming tactics. That means raising awareness in our barbershops, our beauty salons, our clubs, and our churches. You guys, we can't afford any more silence. We can't afford blindness, because every time we're silent, predators are sharpening their knives. And every time we're blind, predators circle back. And every time you ignore it, another girl, another woman, another man, or another boy vanishes. Don't be silent, and don't be blind. We are not allowing these predators to win. Family, I told you from the start, this just isn't a radio conversation. For me, this is a movement. Protect our daughters, protect our women is more than a slogan. It's a survival plan that I'm trying to put into action. And let me say this plain. If you're listening right now, you are already enlisted. You are part of this fight. Because it's not enough to get angry. It's not enough to cry. And it's not enough to just shake our heads when another face pops up on a missing person flyer. We need movement. We need action. And we need commitment. Other countries build protection like their culture. We're not going to allow ourselves to continue to be stagnated. America, we got to get out of this comfortable state. We got to get out of this untouchable state. We act like freedom protects us, and it doesn't. We've got to make defense and awareness as normal as math and science. We have to raise a generation that predators know better than to target us. So family, we stared the truth in the face, and now I'm going to turn it into a playbook. I am done begging predators to stop. I'm calling the U.S. to start. If silence is their weapon, let structure be ours. Structure in our gyms, in our churches, in our schools, in our barbershops, in our salons, our clubs, and on every mic in every home. This playbook, I'll give you play by play. Trainers and boxing gyms become defense hubs. If you train for the ring, you can train for real life. Create weekly girls' defense nights. Make it low cost or no cost at all. Teach them how to have a certain stance. Give them a curriculum for each month. Break it down. I've got a blueprint for you. DM me. If you run a gym, this is your lane, DM me. Give me your gym's name and the night, and I'll shoot you out on the air, online. I'll give you this breakdown of curriculum to help support. Hell, if you're in a DMV, I'll even be a part of it. Schools turn PE into, not from physical education, but turn it into protection education. If you are a coach of football, you can read defenses. We can teach and coach, our kids how to read danger. Encourage self-defense modules inside the gym class per quarter. Whatever utilization you use for your team, create it and groom it in each and every class. Also encourage parents' nights. Again, DM me. If you're a school teacher, if you're a physical education teacher and you're listening, DM me. I got a blueprint for you. Churches and community centers, rebuild your circles. We lost something when the men and women's groups disappeared. Bring them back with purpose. Women's safety circles, men's accountability circles, youth sisterhood and brotherhood, sanctuary hours. Come on now, build safe zones. Certain evenings, the lights on, the doors open, the adult presentation is there. Make it available. The church is a house, right? Protect your home. DJs, promoters, barbers, stylists. If you on a mic, DJs and promoters, do a 10-second PSA before your set. If your friend can't find you, meet them at the neon sign, this, that, encourage them. Use the buddy system. Barbers and stylists, truth booths. Host the hotline numbers at every station. If your client is young, ask them. You good, son? You good, little girl? Anyone bothering you online? Anybody bothering you at school? You can't talk about it? Hell, barbershops used to be counseling sessions, did they not? The hair salons, I ain't never go, but I heard stories about it. Y'all used to be the counseling sessions. Were you not? Normalize these things again. Normalize checking in. And parents and guardians, the home is the command center, baby. It's this generation is often home alone because parents are, I understand, grinding with no blueprint. No shame. But we could build a blueprint now. Create a kitchen script, a table script. If anyone online says, keep this secret, that's a red flag. Teach them. Show them, speak with words. If someone offers easy money, that's a red flag. If someone says your parents are controlling, that's a red flag. You'll never be in trouble for telling me the truth. That's a red flag. Parents, DM me. You need a blueprint? I got it for you, baby. Create codes, parents. Secret words. Me and my kids, I got secret words to this day. I'm 54 years old, and if my daughters know if I get my that one word, they know I'm in trouble. Street level safety, quick wins this week. I want to introduce some ideas. Buddy up with everybody at parties, malls. After practice, nobody leaves alone. Go in groups. Never be by yourself. You see somebody talking to somebody in a different kind of way, speak up. Meet up post. Screenshots and receipts. If a DM feels off, screenshot it. Predators hate records, baby. Them receipts, keep them. Ride share rules. Make sure y'all verify those plates, the driver's name. Sit in the rear seat, not behind them, across from them. I always do. Notice that all the drivers, they got that one seat pushed up. Make sure y'all read them tag numbers. It's a lot of ride share out here. I can tell you for a fact, because I use it all the time, that they transition cars and they ain't changed the plate with the company. Oh, you got to give me a call first. I need to verify this. I want to know how you got my information, number one. Number two is I need to verify who you are. If you don't know how to report, I encourage y'all. There are national human trafficking hotlines. There are missing children hotlines. There are black and missing foundations. Didn't know that, did y'all? Yeah, we got them right here in D.C. We got the D.C. MPD Youth and Family Critical Missing. PG County Critical Missing. Utilize these numbers. If you see something, say something. Something feels uncomfortable in your spirit. You know it's something wrong. Do something about it. I'm not saying put yourself out there trying to hurt yourselves, but you know how to act on it. You got a phone. Y'all carry a phone with y'all 24/7. Even on digital, if 3-message rule is someone you don't know asks for personal information, block, report, and put boundaries on it. Y'all got to get into understanding the signs, the grooming, the no. We're not doing this anymore, guys. We're not begging our communities and we're not begging the U.S. to help us. We got to start doing this for ourselves. So I'm asking you all to do a community pledge as I'm wrapping up. I want to say this. I want you to check on your neighbor's kids. Share missing person posts from trusted resources. Learn the signs of grooming. Keep the hotline numbers visible. Protect our daughters, our women, our men, our sons. And don't be silent. Speak up. Stop being scared, because when we come together as a community and we get loud, the predators flee. Make it real this week. Sign up, link up with your gym, your church, your barbershop, self-defense classes, volunteer escorts, safe walk list, whatever case may be. Mentors. What happened to the Big Brother, Big Sister groups? I encourage you all, if you got a gym, open your doors. If you got a mic, use it. If you got a church, make it a sanctuary again. If you got a chair, ask, you good, baby? You need to talk. And if you got a platform, build a wall. When we protect our daughters and our women, our sons and our men, we are protecting our entire future. We're protecting our bloodline. We're protecting our culture. We're protecting our generations. And not even the ones that have not yet been born. But what we don't, when we stay silent, when we ignore the signs, when we're not just losing one girl, we're losing futures, families, and an entire legacy. Our daughters, our women, our sisters, our brothers, our men are our future. And if we don't stand up, there will be no future to hand down. We are not waiting on permission anymore. We are here to save our own, and we are not waiting on somebody else's blueprint. We're teaching it for ourselves. Affirm each other. Be your daughter's keeper, your granddaughter's shield, your sister's protector. Don't be silent. Don't be blind. And don't let predators win. We need to make noise, and we need to protect our future. Family, we laid it all out today. We named the silent, we exposed the traps, we've called out the failures in our homes, in our schools, in our churches, in our media, in the streets, and we've built a blueprint for how we can fight back. So here's the thing. If you're hearing my voice, you are now part of this army. There is no neutral ground left. Either we stay silent and predators keep winning, or we make noise and we make a change, and we change our story. We don't have the luxury of ignoring it anymore. And we don't get to say, that's not my child, not my problem. Every missing woman, girl, man, and boy is our problem. That's our fight, and it's our responsibility. I told y'all from the beginning, I am a mother, I am a grandmother, I am a protector, I am a community mother, but I am not the only one. You are too. So whether you got daughters or not, whether you got sons or not, if you got breath in your body, you are a protector of this community. Make a pledge. Be a shield. Be a protector. Family, the silence is too loud, and I promise you today was the last day we ever let it stay that way. So from here on, we are louder, we are stronger, and we are everywhere. And if predators, if you're listening, baby, your time is up. This has been Raleigh the Red Pill. I absolutely love each and every one of y'all, and I'm in a no-play zone. Do y'all hear me? I'm frustrated, I'm furious, I'm angry, and I'm ready to do something about it. So I'm calling on each and every one of you all, as I created a blueprint. If you want my blueprint, I got it. Or I broken it down to curriculums, etc. And don't think it stops here. Yeah, I'm using my voice on my platform, but I'm also going to use my voice in the community. I'm reaching out to all of my gym trainers, the ones I've trained with in my past and the ones that is training now in the future. My barbershops and my silence. We got to make noise, and we got to do it today. I encourage you all to do the same. I love each and every one of you. And no, this is only week 1. Week 2, we're going to get into the groomer's mask. I entered into that door of opening information so you can get an insight of what grooming is about, but we're going to step even deeper. Each and every week I'm coming to you real raw and all the ragged edges. This is your girl Raleigh the Red Pill. Continue to stay tuned in to me. I love each and every one of you all, and I will talk to you next week. Before I close, please DM me if you're a stylist, a gym trainer, or a barbershop. I need your information. This is your girl Raleigh the Red Pill. I look forward to talking to y'all next week.
You're listening to Riley the Red Pill on Rough Rider Radio.
She's motivated, innovative, inspirational, with real life understanding and real talk with real situations. It's Raleigh, the Red Pill Talk Show. Let's go.